The Super Bowl. You may be thinking to yourself, Anthony, you are music. Why are you here talking about a ball, much less a Super Bowl? Well, I regret to inform you that the Super Bowl is not just about balls or bowls. It's also sometimes, in a way, at one point in the half section, it's about music. Last year's Super Bowl halftime show was handed to Toronto's very own The Weeknd, which I'm surprised there's not a law preventing a Canadian from being the center of attention at this very distinctly American tradition. It was a pretty spectacular performance with great singing and cool song medleys. There were some memorable memes to come out of it too. Super Bowl halftime shows are often teeming with national meme potential, like a left shark or the right shark. I don't know what shark it is. It's overrated anyway. And the bill this year was impressive, not centered around any one artist, really a multi-generational treasure trove of hip-hop and R&B legends. Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, Snoop Dogg, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem. They even had this big commercial just for the halftime show where Eminem was locked in his fortress of solitude having a lyrical throwing match with his older self. Is this what Wordle is? I honestly don't know. But yeah, with all these names, it was sure to be a blast, so I watched it, and hey, it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun. It began with Dr. Dre, of course, at the mixing board. The music drops in. We kick off with the next episode with Snoop Dogg, Dre, Snoop. The next episode, la-da-da-da-da. Snoop is so fucking crip. He walks out in a bandana tracksuit. Bloods are punching the air right now. But then like pulling back and getting a bigger view of all this, the multi-house stage, the full band, just a really interesting layout for the whole thing. This of course breaks right into a California Love, R.I.P. Tupac. People and dancers all over the set are going crazy. So far this is looking like the most expensive block party ever. Then from here we go into a 50 Cents in the Club, where, of course, you know, iconically in the original music video, he's upside down, he's doing sit-ups. But yeah, here in the performance itself, he's just like hanging upside down. And from the looks of how he kind of began and everything, he might have been hanging there for a minute with the blood rushing to his head. He wasn't sounding the strongest vocally. I think flow-wise, he started to even out as he got deeper into the track, though there were some moments where I think he was struggling a bit to be louder than a few of the backing tracks that were going on. But then the medley continues to keep the classic club bangers flowing, with Mary J. Blige dropping into Family Affair, then going into a powerful vocal and instrumental crescendo with a bit of No More Drama. We have a smooth segue into Kendrick, who gives us a little Good Kid Mad City, then maybe just about the hardest live rendition I've heard him do of All Right. Then, of course, this is building up into one of the true GOATs, Eminem, initially hitting us with some lyrics, some bars from but with Eminem slowing his rap speed as if he is kind of in lock with a record that is coming to a stop. This is just a transition point anyway, as from here we go into, of course, Eminem's #1 hit, Mom's Spaghetti. With Anderson .Paak on the drums, let's go. Now, look, I mean, we've all heard this track. It's overplayed to death. I've heard it so many goddamn times. But I will say, like, this rendition, this performance, like, the whole show of it and everything, did remind me of, like, how fucking classic of a song this genuinely is. That, of course, with Eminem goes over very smoothly because he is a top-notch performer, always on the top of his game. And then we tie things up really nicely with Dr. Dre on the piano, tickling those keys. Then he's playing the still Dre piano lick. Watch out, Scott Storch. Bringing Snoop back in, bringing everyone together for the finale of that, I think was a perfect note to end on. And yeah, that was pretty much the Super Bowl performance. It kicked ass. It had a lot of cool parts, a lot of nice visuals, a lot of memorable songs. All the different pieces flowed into each other. Just a lot of good memories coming off of this. I mean, you know, nothing too like bold or crazy. I mean, I think the NFL is pretty much like afraid of anything too off script happening at these things. So they're probably going to do their due diligence to make sure everyone is on their best behavior. Don't want any sort of statements or controversial things happening that would upset the NFL watching audience. I mean, you know, having a full hip hop roster was controversial enough for some people. Like this goofy goober over here. Ted Nugent, Kid Rock, and Lee Greenwood would put on a better halftime show than these hoodlums. Kid Rock and Ted Nugent fans are too busy to watch the Super Bowl. They're out trying to make that money for the child support payments they got to pay their sister, okay? Let them do their thing and let us have a halftime show that we legitimately enjoy, because nobody wants to watch fucking the other guy and Ted Nugent and Kid Rock. So yeah, that's the thing. My thoughts on the 2022 Super Bowl halftime show. Woo woo woo. Over here next to my head is another video that you could check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Super Bowl halftime forever.